Hello and welcome to another episode of the Embodied Union podcast. I'm Lindsey.
I'm Charlie.
And today we're going to just be doing a little bit of a life update. We haven't really got anything in particular that we wanted to share, but it's been a while and we've been busy.
Yeah, we're like pretty deep into the pregnancy journey. I feel like there's a pretty big life update, like we're on the edge of the portal.
Yeah.
Of the birth portal.
Yeah, really starting to go inwards. You're deep into your third trimester now.
33 weeks, 34 weeks this week.
I guess just maybe it's been a couple of weeks, Christmas, New Year's. I'm not even sure if we've done a podcast episode in the new year.
2026,
Yeah.
Here we are. Still going.
Oh my God. It's close to February. And, I think just maybe I'd love to hear from you just like how pregnancy's been going.
Yeah, it's a ride. It's definitely a wild ride. Feels like every trimester has a different gift or lesson or medicine or each trimester feels very different. Like we've spoken about the first trimester on here, which I found very challenging. Lots of nausea, exhaustion, and emotionally unstable. And I just always thought that wouldn't happen to me because I feel like I have the skills and the tools and you're so great and I'll do better. And I just really was humbled and yeah, it was challenging.
Yeah.
I got my ass kicked a little bit.
Being a mum or being pregnant and just the humility that our life and our bodies go through and the challenge that
no one is immune, no one's immune to pregnancy. Pregnancy hormones are just a thing. I'm actually curious, we'll come back to me, but like for you, that first trimester, how was that for you?
Well, I saw a joke today where it was like when it's a comedian and he was talking about like being pregnant and the pregnancy is like one of the hardest things. It's like you're doing the Tour de France and your husband is kind of like the guy on the motorbike next to you. Like he's in it, but he's like, yeah. He's just
Shut
like,
up.
yeah. Oh, you want some water? And he just looks back. He's like, oh no, I drank it. It's just kind of, I became a professional deliverer of juice and bread.
Yes.
And, all the things. But I think it's an extension of our relationship already that there's like definitely something that I really love is to care for you and support you and those sorts of things. So I feel like for me, although it was hard for you with the nausea and those sorts of things, it kind of just really had me just go into like care mode.
And I was a bit crazy.
Yeah.
I was a little bit emotionally unhinged. Like how was that? How was holding that?
At times it's like, I guess it's like trying to hold the weather. It's just you can prepare for it, but you have to just like surrender to it sometimes. And yeah, look, there was times where you were unhinged and, it's one of those things of like, I could so easily take it personally. I could so easily like hold on to the horns while the bull is bucking, so to speak, but also I could like sort of witness it, It's like, oh, this is the part. Like I feel like just giving you lots of grace and lots of like, compassion that it's like, fuck, it must be so hard.
I think we spoke about this the other day. One of the reasons we're both able to give each other a pass and grace when we're being human is because we have so much evidence most of the time that we can be human and then we are responsible. Like my moments of crazy are followed by moments of I'm sorry and repair.
Yes.
Which I think it makes it like when you're in your stuff, it's so much easier for me to tell myself like, don't take him personally right now because I know within an hour you're going to come and say sorry. If I didn't have the evidence that you knew how to be responsible and how to repair, which so many people don't have, it's so easy to get in the taking your partner personally. So I think that me being emotionally all over the place in those first 8 weeks, you're able to give me that pass because of the woman I am in a broader sense. do you think?
Oh, I think that's really well put, you know, like considering that it's like I know on the other end of crazy that there'll be a I'm sorry, I'll take full responsibility for my part in that, you know.
I see what I did.
I was a bit mad. I was actually just really hungry or I needed a nap and I wouldn't, you know, you told me to go and have a nap and I fought you about it. It's like, yeah, that's okay.
I honestly feel like that is a big part of what's helping us to ride pregnancy and what is to come, is that we're going into this already with relational skills because we are falling down and there are human moments, but we're not trying to learn how to have an okay relationship on top of everything that's happening. It's like we've invested our lives into learning how to do this so we can teach this, and now it's like we are really relying on the skills that we have to move us through this season. Yeah. I'm so grateful.
Yeah. And I think too, just like shifting from the first trimester into second trimester became like...
It was a party.
I almost forgot what the first trimester was like.
Tell me about it. I remember thinking like, I'll never do this again. I can't believe women do this twice. Like
5 times.
Remind me that I'm done forever. And it was like night and day. I actually think second trimester is one of the best times I've ever experienced in my whole life. Like a full highlight, because energy comes back. The desire to be in my business and be creative comes back. I feel stable again. Like I feel like I have access to my emotional intelligence. Like I just felt like myself, but now in the joy of pregnancy and excitement and love and dopamine. And it's like this influx of hormones, I think. But like trimester 2 for me was a freaking highlight. How was it for you?
I don't know, it really solidified something within me with my work and business. Like my business in the last 6 months has really feels really rock solid, and it's continuing to grow. And that feels really good at a time where you're starting to pull back with work and starting to slow down. Mine's sort of ramped up to match it. So just that feels really good in my own nervous system, just to be like, I got you, I got us, I got this. Because it was really like a conscious choice to have a baby and to do all this. So it's
and to do it in the way that we're going to, where you are the provider and I am mum.
Yeah, and I love that, you know, and I really want that. Like I want you to have that experience, and I want our baby boy to have that experience too, knowing how important the first 3 years are.
Big responsibility though.
It's huge. It's huge. And like putting ourselves in the best position to do so. You know, I think that's the important part. So that kind of feels good. It feels grown up in a way. So it's just like, oh, I've got that, you know. And two, just like watching you be so in the enjoyment of being pregnant. Like, you know, you pop out of your room and you're like, check this out. Look at me. I'm cute. I'm so pregnant, you know, your baby bazooka and all your curves and everything. So I really like, it's not lost on me that this is like a pivotal or peak moment in life, you know? So, you know, we're good, relationships good, business is good. You know, we've got study coming up together in Sydney. 2 becomes 3. It's pretty special.
It's so true, you know, like I want to have more children, but we'll never be pregnant again. I'll never get to go through pregnancy again without having to care for somebody else. Like I'm in the enjoyment of pregnancy with all this space and time on my hands to be with you and to be with me. Like this will never ever, this moment in time is like gone.
Yeah.
And it's great that I have so many women that remind me of that, because I'm not taking it for granted, because it feels like it's really something really precious. And yeah, I really love that you've noticed like my enjoyment, because I feel like even just noticing my body change, like I've spoken to women who don't enjoy the changes, and every woman's body changes differently. And I feel like mine has been quite a slow build. But like, I love the pregnant body. Like, this is a time in my life where I don't, like, just curves in all of the right places and never having to worry about like, am I bloated? Am I not bloated? I am just pregnant. I am just pregnant. And it's like the epitome of like healthy fertility. I don't know. And like everything just feels amazing. I feel like it looks amazing. And like I had a eating disorder in my 20s. And I'm so glad that that was healed before I watched my body change in this way, because I can really enjoy it. Like I enjoy the growth, I enjoy the round, I enjoy the curves. I think it helps being in partnership with someone who just really likes a thick girl and is really always so encouraging of me to eat more, do like, I don't know. I'm glad that I'm the woman I am today having the experience so that I can enjoy it. I don't have these hang-ups around putting some weight on, or like I feel like I'm really embracing all of the changes that are happening.
Yeah, I'm watching you do that. Like,
I love
it's so
it.
good.
I don't want to not be pregnant. 6 months pregnant is like the sweet spot. And now I'm maybe 8 months, which is wild, which puts us like solidly in 3rd trimester. And there is some shifts in my energy again, bit of a dip. Body is starting to be a bit uncomfortable. I feel a bit slower. I feel heavier. There's like stretching happening and everything feels like there's a lot of pressure down there now. And so it has shifted again. And yeah, what have you noticed since moving into this kind of 3rd season?
I just sort of watch you.
Turtle mode.
Yeah. I mean, also too, in the 2nd trimester, you and your friend have kicked off a women's retreat. And so that's happening really soon, and kind of watched you sort of like go into your 1st trimester and then like skyrocket up and like
plan all these things.
Yeah, and do it. And now it's kind of like, okay, you know, I'm just watching you like really slowly, gently starting to land down into like, you know, going down. Like the house is starting to become more nesty, buying things for the house. We've got our baby registry that's happening that people
I'm cooking.
Yeah, Charlotte's
I never cook.
Charlotte's feeding me congee and all these things.
Brownies.
Yeah, making and prepping and getting ready. So
there's a real getting ready.
Yeah, I kind of know that of myself if I'm, you know, like planning our hike together. It's like all the planning that's going and the food and the prep and the things, and I'm kind of watching you do the same as it sort of shifts. So just, I don't know, I'm really enjoying seeing this side of you that's becoming, motherly and nesty and all the things, you know. So the car, the baby, the capsule, the things. It's just like, oh, how cute. And for me, it's because it was like, you know, my son's 20 this year. It's like it's so long ago that I'm getting to have the experience all over again.
And as a different person.
Totally. It feels
a 20-year-old boy having a baby versus a 40-year-old man having a baby. Like it's like different people, right?
Yeah. It feels wild at times. And
what do you feel is different about you? Well, you're a man.
Yeah, it's just totally different, like understanding of life and myself. And yeah, there's a lot more ease about it this time around, a lot more calmness about it. There's a knowing and there's an experience around it, and knowing that it's probably different every time. So for me, there's still a part of me that's like, am I prepared? Like I have this maybe false confidence or this belief that it's going to be, I already know it, but I'm still going to get, you know, life's still got surprises for me in store, I'm sure.
So I'm curious, what do you feel like you have learned about yourself over our pregnancy? If anything.
Yeah, no, I think I've learned about myself. Well, I still think there's definitely still parts of me that I'm working on healing around my own childhood and my parents. So again, becoming a new parent again is kind of bringing up my dynamic with my own parents and my past. So that's been something that has been interesting. And I think too, I'm having this simultaneous experience of having a 20-year-old son that I'm parenting, and what I've, mistakes I've made and lessons learnt that I've experienced, that I'm also sort of prepping myself for this child. So I don't know, it's a hard one.
What to do the same, what to do different.
Yeah, like where, what's mine and what's my son's personality or his way of being. And yeah, like I think sometimes it's like, oh, I've got so much to offer, and then so much of what I want to offer is not wanted, so I have to, there's a bunch of surrendering and those sorts of things. So it's like, that's what I'm recognizing for myself at the moment, is that, yeah, I have all this desire to put input into my child and to do great things with him, and at the same time just have to keep surrendering that, he's his own person as well. So it's this, I don't know, it's a hard one. I find it hard to articulate. Yeah. What about you, my love? Like, I guess for you, we've had your mum come and move into the area and be around. It's kind of like, what are you sort of noticing for yourself?
I definitely I feel more sensitive to everything. So I notice things like in my mum or in friends or just in clients or in people. Like I feel more sensitive to people's ways of being, and I can notice sometimes my own like trigger or judgment, and that sensitivity that I have out there is also turned towards myself. So I'm really seeing myself in the mirror of other people. So the things where I'm like, oh, you're going to be like that, are you? For some reason, I see it even more clearly that that's me. And like I see, like I don't know, I'm seeing myself deeper, and not to speak poorly of myself, but I'm seeing the ways that I can still be falling down as a woman, like I notice some of my habits and ways of being with you, or some of the ways that I be with overwhelm. Yeah, I'm just seeing it in other people, but able to identify myself in it. So I feel like there's this deep self-reflection happening, and this like real willingness to kind of clean up some of my own patterns. Like I feel very introspective, and I feel very aware of myself, and I feel like that can be quite confronting because I have pregnancy hormones, but I also feel my willingness to be like, wow, I'm like that with you. Oh my goodness, like I talk over you, or I ask you a question and you answer it and I don't like your answer. And then I just get annoyed at you. It's like I ask you something and then don't want to hear it. Or I ask you your opinion and then I'm so righteous. It's like I'm just really seeing myself, and I just feel really grateful that I can see and that I'm willing, like I have such big desire. It's like one of the things that motivates me to be the woman I'm proud of is the fact that I teach this stuff. So I'm like, I have to be the woman I say I am, because otherwise how can I teach it? And I feel this deeper intrinsic motivation to be that woman now, because I'm going to be a mother, and like what I'm going to be modeling, like it feels even more important, So I feel my inspiration and motivation and desire to really step up my game, because we're about to, it doesn't matter what we tell our children. They are going to watch us and they're going to learn from our behaviors. And so I feel myself calling myself out in quite a loving, gentle way, but calling myself out and forward a bit more. And I'm so glad, because in trimester 1, I did not have this capacity, and it shifted. Like I want to learn, I want to do better. So I've really noticed that.
Really seen you do that too. And I've also seen you be like really beautifully influenced by some of the books and some of the things that you're reading. Like, do you want to talk about like what our plan is and just our experience with like trying to get a midwife and all those sorts of things? Do we want to speak more into that as well? Because I mean, we have a plan, for the listeners might not know this, but we have a birth plan to sort of have a home birth and to do that. And we've also, we're in an area that seems to be abundant with midwives and doulas and all these things, and we have not had a good run when it comes to that. We have, you know.
Well, we tried to find a private midwife to support home birth and left it quite late. And so there's so many in the Northern Rivers and they are full. They are just full. They are busy. Everyone's books were closed. And so I am still planning a home birth with a public group, but they'll come and support me at home. And it's just been a journey around like, okay, making the plan and advocating for my needs and having my voice and like making sure we're on the same page and setting it all up powerfully.
Yeah, because I think like similar to what we do already with our relationship check-in and having like agreements and those sorts of things, the extension of having a birth plan has actually been really effortless because of what we've already had set up. Like you and I creating like a birth plan and knowing what it is feels like really great that we've got that conversation alive, that we've had that. And Charlotte invited me to come to a birth plan workshop. That was really good, like a one-day.
Prepare your partner for birth workshop.
That was really cool to find out. Like, I had prenatal classes 20 years ago by the hospital that we were at in Brisbane, but it wasn't anywhere near as as in depth and informative as this one was. So, to be able to spend the day and really understand the phases of birth and labor and how contractions are, those sorts of things, I thought it was amazing. And knowing the steps and stages, I think, has really prepped me as well, which feels amazing.
I think it's really important to find ways to bring your partner in on the conversation, especially if you're planning something like a home birth. Because I would go out and learn things and I read books and I'm informing myself, and then I take the knowledge to Linzey and I feel his like, cool story, but not his engagement, because I'm just kind of reporting data to him. But to have him come to a workshop where he gets to hear from somebody else and be a participant in our learning together felt like it really brought you into the conversation in your own way. Like I felt your engagement switch on and like, I'm going to get this ready. I need to do this. I need to do this. And like, but all coming from inside of you rather than me saying, here's a list of things I need you to prepare. It's like it really brought you in.
It really did. And I'm so glad for it because there's a lot to prepare if we're going to have it done well, So I'm really excited and also just like feels really good to have the space and knowing that we're aligned in so many ways. And thinking about it, you recently we had a hospital visit, and I don't know, just all the noises and the bumps and the beeping and all the things. It's like my preference so much is to have you at home in our own peaceful environment, to be able to deliver and to have our baby at home. So
I think wherever a woman feels the safest is where she needs to birth. So if a woman feels the safest in a hospital for whatever reason, then it's like that is where she needs to be. But it's like for my nervous system to be home, to be somewhere that is quiet and soft lights and familiar, and I'm in charge of the temperature of the room and the sounds in the room and the smells in the room. It's like that is where I feel like my nervous system will most find its relaxation through the journey. I am curious how you're feeling about the birth itself, knowing that you've been through one birth. Like, how do you feel about doing home birth? It's very different to the hospital birth that you experienced.
Yeah, there's a big part of me that's come to realize like how beautiful it is and just the opportunity to be able to do that. Like it feels like a real privilege to have a partner that does feel safe to be at home to deliver, and like that to me feels like the best place. It means that we don't have to go anywhere, we don't have to leave, so people come to us. The book that you read, the 40 days postpartum, what is it, the fourth trimester?
The first 40 days, it's highlighting the significance of the fourth trimester, which is the 40 to 60 days after birth.
Yeah, so just yeah, it's had me sort of really see the importance of that and the benefits. So yeah, I'm just like really, really looking forward to it. And for me, I am such a supporter. So to be able to be your like wingman for the for birth, it feels so good. Like, I don't know, I've heard stories where the person doesn't want their partner there, and I just think, oh God, like I would be, I don't know, there'd be some part of me that would feel like, fuck, what have I done that has me not feel like my partner wants me there, So to feel like I'm wanted and I'm, an active person in the plan I feel really privileged and honoured.
Yeah, I feel privileged and honoured also that I feel that way about you. It's like if I was with a partner that was more anxious than I am, it's not because I don't love you, but it's like I need the people in my room to be kind of less anxious than me. And with you, I do feel like you are an anchor, you are a rock. If I don't feel well, who do I want around? If I feel like I'm going through something intense, who do I want around? Who makes you feel safe? Like, you are that person for me. I'm much more anxious than you are. So yeah, I'm grateful to be in relationship with someone that I'm not worried about what's going to be going on for you, because I know that you'll hold containment. It's not to say that you won't have your own big experience and maybe have stuff to process after, but I know that you will hold space well.
Yeah.
I really don't doubt that for a second.
Yeah, so I think that to me so far feels like...
I'll be curious to see if we do another episode before we enter the birth portal. Like, he could be here in 10 weeks, but he could also be here in a lot less. It's just, who knows? He'll come when he's ready.
Really glad and really stoked to meet him.
Yeah.
That's for sure. You got your mama blessing too coming up, so I'm really looking forward to that.
I do have a mama blessing this weekend. I have beautiful friends that have just taken it out of my hands. I wasn't going to have anything, and they said, no, we will prep and plan and you just get to walk in. So I feel really honoured that is happening, especially because a year ago, being new to the area, having travelled a lot with you, I didn't feel like I knew enough women locally to bring together. And now I feel like I do. Like, getting pregnant really kicked in this intrinsic desire. I always said I wanted local friends, local women, and I made no effort, took no action around that. And then I got pregnant and it completely changed. It's like, I want my baby to have women. I want women around. And so like I went and collected them like Pokemon. And now I can have a mama blessing and fill a room with people that I have a lot of love for. So that feels really, really amazing.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that for you, my love. Yeah.
Complete.
Feels that way for now. It just feels like a little update, Again, I know that you've got your retreat coming up.
I do have a retreat actually, not this weekend, but next, the 6th to the 8th of Feb. This is my last live offering before I really do close my books down indefinitely. Myself and a beautiful woman, Angela, are co-facilitating Return to Self. It's really for all women, but like really for the woman that just feels like something in her life feels a little bit harder than it needs to be. Like that could be her relationship, it could be her mothering, it could be her business, it could be with her health. It's really something in life feels sticky and stuck. And I want to shift that and come back to myself so that my external can reflect what I really desire. Lots of women, when they're suffering in some way, they try to control and manipulate and change him and change the thing and control the kids and just to try and do something out there, when really the medicine is always like this return to self. And so we'll be facilitating over 3 days different practices and processes to really have you come home. And that's happening in the Byron hinterland. It's the most beautiful retreat space I think I have ever seen.
It's not going to be for much longer, is it? They're going to sort of shift it.
No, it's going to be a wedding venue soon, but it has creeks that run through, Indigenous birthing pools, there's sauna access, we've got a private chef coming to just nourish us for 3 days. So there are 2 spots left. If there is a woman feeling even just curious, then reach out to me and I can answer your questions and we can see about getting you there, because yeah, last time before this baby boy is with us. So you could contact me on I am Charlie S. Hannah on Instagram, or through the Embodied Union Instagram. Do you have anything coming up?
Just same old men's work for me all the time. Just love it. And I'm just really super proud of you, my love.
Thanks,
It's
lover.
been so amazing to watch this journey and be in it with you. It's been epic. I absolutely am in love with it. So it feels so good.
I love you.
All right. Well, thanks everyone. Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next time.